Hey, what's up, guys? It's Poker Nostalgia Store podcast again, and it's your host King. What's up, King? What's up? Welcome back, bro. And I'm Poker Nostalgia Store, and you?
This is Yoshi.
Yoshi, Danny,
Tia.
new guest Tia,
Princess Alisa.
and new guest Princess Alisa. Okay, gotcha. So we're gonna react to a few videos, paranormal videos. Again, if you guys have any, make sure to send them to me or comment. That way I could see.
Pull them up.
Yeah, pull them up. But actually, you know
react
what?
to 'em.
Y'all need a comment to let me know what y'all think, either good or bad. I want to know. I want to know. Okay, but this is our first video right here.
In this video, we have a woman recording her pets in the living room. While she's recording, she noticed a dark shadow figure that's watching her from the room.
I didn't believe
Let's
it at
watch.
first, but watch. I was like,
Dogs
that's
are
probably
ready for
fake.
bed. It's just a peaceful night here.
But look, the dog's
Getting ready
already
to go to bed,
watching.
and I said,
Look,
what the that?
the dog is already watching.
What? Oh,
Mira. Mira.
In this video,
I
I saw that
woman
on
recording her
TikTok.
pets
I
in
saw
the
that
living
in
room.
bad. Also,
While
that
she's
dog on the
recording,
couch
she
is
noticed
kind
a
of
dark
like
shadow
already.
figure that's watching her.
Yeah, it's
like
already
alert.
watching over there, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see it again.
And it's scary because like they don't bark at it.
Dogs are
Yeah,
ready for
exactly.
bed.
Bitch, it's like alert.
Night here.
That one lurking. It like
Getting
he
ready to go to
stopped
bed, and I
scratching.
said, what the
Like,
that?
That
And
tail
his tail
going
went
up.
up.
Yeah.
like,
Like they don't
In this
bark
video,
or like
What do y'all think?
nothing. It's-
yeah, I mean, it could
What
be
is
real.
No, I think it could be real. I mean, the way it moved back and
Yeah.
the way
Yeah,
the
that
dog
is
was on
crazy.
alert.
Both dogs.
Something
Yeah,
has to
that's what I was gonna say. If the dog wasn't there to confirm it,
Yeah.
I would have
Exactly.
I would have said it was fake. But
I don't know.
On this one?
the dog could say something was in there.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
not
a bark or
necessarily,
something.
a ghost, but definitely something.
so my conclusion is it might
I
be
think
real.
it's real.
Yeah,
I think,
how about you?
yeah, I think
actually.
it's real too.
Real? How about you, Daddy?
That's real.
Yeah, me too. I would say yeah.
It's real.
You said it's real, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then. On to
For the
next
first time.
one. For the first time. Everybody agrees and shit. Yeah. Check this one out, okay?
In this clip, we have a woman who's recording her reflection in a mirror. While
I think I've seen
recording,
this.
she noticed something spooky. Let's watch. In this clip, we have a woman who's recording her reflection
What
in a
the
mirror.
heck?
I'm
While
sorry. I'm
recording,
calling
she
BS.
noticed something
I-
spooky.
Yeah, me too. I'm calling BS
Let's
on this.
watch.
Yeah, me too. Could have been the twin, right? Nah, not a twin, but
In this clip,
how
we
did
have
she
a
even
woman
know
who's
reacted
that?
to
recording her
Yeah, that
reflection
is
in a
is
mirror.
looking. Yeah. How does she even know? How would she even know that? Like,
Yeah.
the reflection, it's like follow looking at her and shit.
Yeah, I call BS.
Yeah.
You know how you can do those
But it
side
looks
by
fake.
side?
Yeah.
Could be
Yeah.
on selfie mode.
Yeah.
Selfie mode. I don't take selfies honestly, so I
That's
wouldn't.
probably edited though.
I don't
That
take
looks
selfies. What'd you say, bro?
But it looks edited.
Yeah, it does look at it. It does look at it a little, but going. I mean, my conclusion I think is fake. Yeah, me too.
It's because like she got scared before the
Yeah,
thing even looked
exactly.
at
Exactly.
There you go.
You real or fake?
Fake.
You, bro?
Yeah, fake.
Fake. Okay, yeah. We conclude it's fake. But then going on to this one, check this one out. Oh, so
This man went
there.
missing after an experiment that proved reality isn't what we think it is. Watch this.
I want to try that actually.
You wanna go missing?
Shit. Yeah. Look. Okay, so if you put a paper and then you take the lighter out, look, the lighter still be there because there's something about like the light. Yeah.
If
Yeah,
he was
let's
right,
try that.
It's
then
probably
everything
like a
around
what's it
us
called?
might not be
A
real,
two-way.
which
See?
is why this man went missing.
You know what?
after
It
an
could be
experiment.
true because supposedly you know how they say that magicians use mirrors, yeah, like smoking mirrors and stuff.
Yeah.
So hey, maybe it's the same concept.
Or what's it called? Or like those two-way mirrors.
If we try it right
Like-
now,
Two-way.
then I'll believe it.
Yeah.
You want to go missing?
I'm skeptical. I'm with you, sis. I don't know if I believe that one.
Yeah, but I actually do want to try that though. Put a white paper on lighter.
You want to risk it and go missing?
Well, that's only if I record it, right?
I don't know. Just don't go missing.
And put it on the internet. Exactly.
I don't know.
put it
You
on
know
the
how they
internet.
say like the alternate reality thing or something. You know how I don't know, like back in the day, you know how you would watch commercials and you remember them one way,
Yeah.
and then they play them now and they're completely different. They say, oh, it's always been like that. You're like, no, I remember it was different.
My
Like-
math teacher told us about like he doesn't use Alexa, Siri, or any of those type of like AI because have you ever like talked about a topic and then like a commercial comes up about the same topic you were like
Oh,
Google.
yeah, that's
Google.
they do that though, right?
It starts tracking you.
Yeah.
It's like, and it listens too. And
Yeah.
it listens.
So like my math teacher was like, I don't use those, and everyone was like, why? He just told us the reason why. Like, it makes sense. Makes sense, I guess.
No, yeah, I agree. Also, like, what was a good one that you were saying? Like the Barnes, those bears, the Bernstein,
Bernstein?
The Berenstain
something like that.
Bears.
But it's like everybody
yeah.
remembers
Oh,
it wrong.
actually, another one that you'll probably like
Yeah.
is that a lot of people remember Pikachu having like a black tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
And now
that.
he
No,
doesn't.
actually, I do remember that.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Yeah, he never did.
No, apparently he never did.
I think he did.
I,
Yes.
I,
I don't know.
Here
Here we go with the debate. I think he did. No, he never did. I
Apparently he
swear he
never
did. And
He did
Right?
have a black tip
Yeah.
on
He
his
did.
tail.
yeah, he
Because
did.
they were saying that apparently like the girl version or whatever had like a heart or something. I don't
That
know.
I don't remember.
But yeah, so apparently now he doesn't. He doesn't have a black tip.
I
And they
drew-
say
I
it's
drew a
always
whole
been like
drawing
that,
of
right? See,
Pikachu
it's
with the
always
black
weird.
tip.
Yeah, he might. I gotta look into that. They might have just changed him a little, you know.
I'm
Another
telling you, there's
one's
a
that
couple
Fruit
of
of the
different
Loom.
instances like that where it's something
the Fruit of the
different
Loom.
that you know for sure it was like that.
Yeah.
But if you look it up now, they're like, no, it's always been like, nah. It's been.
I saw a TikTok about like a girl saying like that a person told her that Pikachu had a black tip on his tongue. She's like, no. And then I go on the search and every video is Pikachu with no tip on his.
Really? Huh.
I don't remember that.
What did you say, Danny? What was that?
Oh, the Fruit of the Loom.
Fruit of the Loom. Which one is
The
that?
logo.
The
Oh
logo.
yeah. It has like a little basket, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not supposed to. Apparently.
Apparently it
it-
was never.
Yeah,
like,
now it doesn't have it.
Yeah.
People remember it with it.
But the funny thing is that there is pictures with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like they find old shirts and they have it on there.
Yeah.
So it's like with the-
Yep.
Oh, like with this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear it had that, right? Yeah, I did have that.
Thing called.
No, I did. Yeah,
bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. It did.
Thing,
Oh, like I don't know what you're talking about. Like the little.
it has a
I think
name.
it starts with like a C.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I wanted to show you another one. I'm looking through it, but y'all go ahead and talk.
What was that called? The Mandela Effect? Is it?
Yeah, I think it
Okay.
is Mandela effect. Yeah.
That Llorona video we watched earlier looked
yeah.
so fake and staged.
Wait, I never
It
even got
actually
to
did.
see it.
Told you.
Because
I didn't get to see it.
isn't she supposed to like stay in water? And
No,
like,
she's
she only-
close
around
by
water.
water. She's,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
she's
and
close
she
by.
only
Yeah.
like comes out at night.
5 bodies of water.
Yeah, she only comes out at night, but I know your grandma said she heard her once.
During the day?
I believe
I
that.
don't know about the day, but she said she heard her screams.
Mm.
Check this one out though. Check this one out.
Ask her if it sounded like her.
Oh, sorry. I gotta hold on.
Let's take a look.
Check that one out, bro.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
A giant.
I know.
You know what's crazy? I've actually seen something like that before.
Like
This
a
video is
person?
from the user.
Not
named M.
necessarily
Cog.
a person, but like shadows bebehind thunder. Like I've seen something like that before. But that one looks like a human
Oh,
being,
there was
like
once,
a figure.
I don't know if
figure.
y'all have seen this video, but it's also I think one with like lightning, but instead it was like almost like a dragon like
Mhm.
thing flying. Y'all didn't see that? No.
Rayquaza?
I see videos similar to that, but like it's like
Shit.
it's like where like do you know the angel birds?
The angel bird?
Birds like it's like a bird, but like it lives
The
in, like,
archangels?
heaven. It like it lives in heaven. I don't know.
Archangels.
Yeah.
See?
Like I don't know. It's like
Bird.
It's like an actual
angel.
bird?
It looks like an angel, but like flying up to heaven. But it looks so edited. It's not even funny.
Oh, for real? That's funny, bro. Yeah.
I didn't know how to explain it.
It's okay,
It's
baby.
like an actual bird, though.
No, it looked like an angel.
Oh, okay.
And this was a video you saw online?
Yeah, that was long time
You saw it online?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
on YouTube. Short.
Check this one out too.
Sure.
Check this one out too.
Video, we have
Definitely
a
fake.
security
I
guard that
know,
works at
I
a
hate
department
these.
store. While he was doing his rounds, he passed a mannequin that seems to be watching him. Let's watch.
It's side eye.
There's a case like that.
Nah, but those are yeah. Come on, those.
I can't get behind this one. And the only reason I say that is because
There's actual
when you stand up
True or
against
fake.
things like that, like mannequins
That-
and
that-
stuff, and walk in front of them, they always look like they're following you.
Yeah, and that thing didn't even look like it was moving. If it would have blinked, then it would have been another thing.
Yeah, if it would have blinked or like its head would have like
if it would've-
slowly turned.
exactly,
I would have been like, yeah.
There's an actual case on a mannequin like that. Have you heard of it?
No.
Where a designer, her daughter had died, and then I guess that she didn't.
Designer. Her spirit is
a
in a
designer.
mannequin. Or
Oh,
something.
a
a designer. Okay.
but
okay,
like
okay.
she kept her daughter's body and turned her into a
Mannequin.
Mannequin.
So now, like when people walk past it, it follows them or it smiles or she smiles at them.
That's
And
kind of
she-
morbid.
And she's in their house.
No, she's
Like at a
in the
storefront?
shop. In the shop,
She's in the storefront. Wow.
Yeah, that's morbid.
like in the window.
Yeah. What the hell?
I'm sorry. I don't know if I would want to shop in your store if you have your daughter's dead body as a mannequin. I think I'm good.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm good on that one.
No, that's
There's also those videos. Is it like Balenciaga that has like those fake mannequins?
Oh, supposedly like the fake mannequins, but yeah, people are saying that they look way like too
Real.
realistic.
Yeah, and one of them went missing, and they think it's the actual body.
Yeah.
Like it looks like him, but he like went missing. Like no one found him.
Really?
The mannequin.
So he got turned into a mannequin.
That's what they expected.
Like it looks like a wax figure, like perfectly like him, but the dude went missing, and it was just weird.
Like Wax House.
Huh? Really?
Weird.
They say that sometimes ghost or people's spirit is not. It's like that's the they don't haunt. What is it? How do you say it? Haunt. Yeah.
Like
They don't possess haunt because it's actually the place. It's because the place is like it holds memories, and sometimes the place it replaces the memories, and sometimes that's why people see it. Yeah.
So what you're saying is where like the people died in the place.
Yeah,
It
like
shows memories of the ghost.
yeah, because but it's not an actual, I guess, ghost. But it's like the
But
place.
memory.
Yeah, the memory is like the place producing that memory.
I think places can hold spirits.
Yeah.
They can like contain the
Like
spirit or
items.
keep the
Because,
spirit
like,
there. I do
I
think that.
I don't think a ghost would actually want to be seen by other people. I don't know. It's just my opinion.
Why
I
though?
don't
know.
What do you
I don't
mean?
know,
So look
because,
at me.
Like most ghosts don't want to be seen. I don't know how to explain it.
I think the circumstances it would depend on that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if it's a spirit that has been like, say somebody was murdered horribly or you know, it's somebody that feels like they have some sort of unfinished business, I think absolutely they want to be seen. They want to be known that
what
they're
she said.
there.
That's what I meant.
Like you have seen those Civil War like battles, and there's like ghosts actually like.
Oh, the
walking.
civil in
Yeah,
the
when
Civil
they
War.
go to like the
Oh,
Gettysburg
yeah,
battle
yeah.
places.
Well, they
And
say
you
that
can hear
about a
them.
lot of southern plantations too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of like slaves that were killed and stuff on those plantations. That their bodies are tied to like those plantations and like the slave houses and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, they'll hear chains or like singing.
Yeah.
I have a question for
That's
y'all.
crazy.
Yeah.
What's y'all's opinion on the Conjuring case?
Conjuring.
Like
Like the real life case.
Like you're saying, like if we think it's real or fake.
yeah, like what is your opinion on it and why?
Well, I like the movies, but as in if it's true, I don't know. As if I would fuck with Annabelle, hell no, I wouldn't. Because that is Annabelle, right? That is
Yeah.
part of the country.
The real one looks
yeah.
different.
Yeah, the
It
real
looks a lot different. It
real
looks
one
like
looks
a
like a rag
the
doll,
Annie ragdoll. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
it looks like. The Annie
Yeah,
ragdoll.
the real one literally is like a normal doll.
I honestly
Don't even look scary.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't know enough about it I've never looked up stuff like that, but that's because I have my own opinions about like hauntings and spirits and stuff. I don't even like my husband to watch that type of crap in our house, even though he still does. He still listens to. I think it's weird that he can listen to scary stories and fall asleep on it. Like that's
That's
type
the
of
best
stuff.
part.
though,
That
I
is
think-
the best part, bro.
I
I
feel
feel
like I feel like part of that though, because I do that too, and like I don't know if maybe I pass it on to Julian because Julian loves to do that too.
Really?
Yeah, but I feel like it's because we're in a way like I don't know. I guess used to it
we're
because
a baby and they're
because
just rocking us to
we
sleep.
grew up with that, unfortunately, with
Well,
like
see, and I
in a
think-
haunted apartment.
And that's why I
You
say
know?
I think that's why I have my feelings about it, because growing up, I actually grew up in a home. Well, we moved to a home in Missouri where someone was murdered in the home, and so I've had my own, spiritual things happen, and so for me, I try not to deal with it at all. Like Paranormal Activities, those type of movies and stuff, I don't even entertain them. If it's clearly fake, I can watch it. But if it's anything that deals with like real, or I feel like it's something that could be real or tied to a gateway to spiritual in some type of way, I try
I feel
to
like
avoid
there's
it.
two types, right? Like one type is us that like we live with it and and like we went through it and now like we can just watch stuff like paranormal stuff and just be okay and go to sleep, and then there's also like the type of people that have gone through it and just don't want to invite like any type of like nothing,
That would be me. I don't even want to invite it.
I watch any like haunted stuff, but Ouija board stuff. I don't know. It's just something
Yeah,
about
me
it.
too.
will
I
never
agree on that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I
not.
wouldn't even like look at it or like touch it.
No, I will refuse to be in the same room as a fucking Ouija board.
Yeah, you
I-
you could literally pay me 100 billion and I would not do it.
Nah, yeah, I'm
Hey, that's a
good.
little too much. Right?
I
Yeah,
just
for that money,
I
might
don't
be
know.
worth
The
it.
spiritual
Actually-
repercussions behind it, I feel like are more detrimental than even the amount of money that you could be offered. Because you could get 100 billion and die behind the spirit that attaches to you and never
Can't
get to
even get the
enjoy
100 billion.
exactly. You never get to enjoy the rewards of that 100 billion because now you have a spirit that's tied to you and you can't shake it. So I'm good.
Well,
I
as
like to fall
long as you close the session,
No,
supposedly.
not even then. Not even then.
My dad likes to watch a lot of scary stuff.
Actually,
Trust me, I know.
Actually, that's the thing, right? A lot of the stuff that I see where like people
But I still
get like
wouldn't do it.
possessed
Yeah.
because they played a Ouija board, it's
Yeah.
because they don't follow the rules to it,
Yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
they're supposed to always keep their
Yeah,
hands
and
on
then
it, like no
they
matter
get
if they
scared.
hear
No,
something.
and no,
And
it's
they get scared and
They get scared.
Yeah,
they take
exactly.
their hands off and
Yeah.
don't close the board.
No,
That's my
the main thing is that they don't close the session because, like, say,
they get
Something
no,
happens,
something
right?
happens.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with your first reaction, just what I'm
Yeah.
saying,
And
like
they
take
get
your hands
scared.
off and just start running.
They get too
And
scared, they run away.
I think that's the catch. I think
Yeah.
that's what they want you to do.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I feel like why even take that chance if you know you're messing with something that you're not spiritually ready
And that's the
for?
thing. I
or
feel like
scare you, why
because
mess with it?
people that like to mess with that don't really believe in it. You know what I mean? So that's why stupid shit happens to them because they want to
And
fuck
do-
around and find out.
And
So let's play
y'all
stupid
know
games with stupid
do y'all know the question you should never ask the Ouija board?
No.
Nope, because I don't play with them.
You?
No.
You?
No. What is
Nobody?
No. Yeah.
Don't ever ask the date that you're gonna die.
Oh yeah.
Or you could just not play with the Ouija board.
Oh yes, I'm just saying to the people that are gonna play it or have played it or play it or whatever.
The only reason I will not like use the Ouija board is because I'm not gonna mess with it.
Well, that's
and because-
good. Yeah,
and
good.
because I'm gonna get in trouble because one time I used to watch.
Yeah, I'll whoop your ass.
I used to watch this YouTuber,
Yeah.
and one day I fell asleep to watching him, and I guess my dad viewed my history and the videos that while I was asleep, the videos that popped up were like Ouija board and Ouija board and Ouija board. So he told my mom, and then my mom hit me. Like, she whooped me, and I was like,
Oh, you snitched her
somebody stepped out of me.
out.
yeah.
Oh,
Dang. Damn.
You still have access to my history.
and not only that, I heard that you were watching some scary stories not too long ago, and then your mom came in your room and pretty much cussed you out.
No, she lets me watch them.
Huh?
I like Mr. Nightmare. Y'all know?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's the name was good.
I fall asleep to him.
But yeah, I did too. But check this out. Okay, so I don't get this. Okay, so somebody created the Ouija board, right? Somebody,
Yeah.
I guess, figured out a way to contact bad spirits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then why the fuck don't they do something to a way to contact good spirits?
Well, actually, I think that's what the Ouija was.
Yeah,
Ouija
that's-
board was created was to
Doesn't-
communicate with the other side,
communicate
with other
with spirits.
spirit.
I feel like in general.
Yeah, it was
And-
spirits in general. The way it got
So-
twisted was people actually started trying to communicate with evil spirits.
with demons.
Doesn't the Ouija
always
board
those
where like
ones.
wherever
But
you're
okay, so then that should mean that it's okay to play. It's safe to play with the Ouija board because it was created for good spirits, right?
No,
What?
not
the
no more,
intention
bro.
was to communicate with spirits in general. So I think the intention was to communicate like with the other side,
like,
so that
loved
you could
ones
know
and
there
stuff
was
too,
another
yeah.
side. I think
But-
it got twisted because there are those people who like to commune with evil spirits. They feel they can manage that power. And I feel like that's where it got twisted, where people are opening gateways and to contacting spirits that they have no business contacting.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to manage that.
Yeah, because when they play the Ouija board, I feel. How do you say the word? Where they lo retan, challenge,
Oh, the
right?
challenge,
Yeah,
yeah.
they like challenge like bad spirits, to like do this and that,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah, like-
that's where bad shit happens.
like
Yeah.
knock if
yeah,
like you're here.
A lot of times too, they'll ask if they're bad spirits.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like that's one of the first things that I always see too. That they're always asking like, "Oh, is there any like good or bad?" And then.
But why would an evil spirit
But I'll tell you,
it's
no,
evil?
but
Well, like,
no,
that's
no,
the
no,
whole
no,
point,
no.
right?
No, and that's the thing. Like, actually, there's been some that I've seen where like they're talking to a spirit and like the spirit's like pretty much lying to them.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
no,
exactly.
that's the whole point. They actually disguise themselves as good spirits. And at this point, the Ouija board, if you play it, it's always gonna be a bad spirit.
I feel like
Doesn't
Yeah, it's
doesn't,
not gonna be a good spirit.
doesn't like wherever you're at like a haunted place, doesn't it like depend? Okay, how do I put
What?
it? Like, let's say I'm in a haunted hotel.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a specific room where like the spirit is good. Is it gonna show it as a bad or good spirit?
how would you be able to tell them?
Yeah.
I think that's what your dad was just saying. Like you, at this point, spirits disguise themselves. Like just
Yeah.
because
No,
you're
I
talking
know.
to the spirit and it's saying, "Oh, I'm a good spirit.
Actually,
I died here and
yeah.
feel sorry for me." It doesn't mean the intent behind it. Behind this, the
Also,
spirit's
there's this
intention is
thing
good.
where like I had seen ones where demons tend to like or just like bad spirits tend to like disguise themselves as like children or
Oh,
like
yeah.
just
family members.
yeah family
I feel like-
members to be let in,
Yeah.
yeah, and
They use
unfortunately, some people-
familiarity.
yeah,
They
some people
use
fall for it.
familiarity.
Do y'all know the movie Talk to Me?
Nope.
Oh no, but I have been wanting to see it.
It's on Netflix. They just added it a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically showing how a girl so there's a hand where you're supposed to put your hand on it and you're supposed to say like, "Oh, I let you in." And then there's like it like you
God,
get,
these kids with the
you
damn
get-
games. That's
you
how they get you.
you get possessed by it,
Well, yeah.
but there's a time limit. So like you can only go with 90 seconds and not past it. But there's this girl and her little brother. I think her little brother. And I guess the spirit disguised himself as her mom, so she went past the limit to try and talk to her mom, but then the spirit killed the person that was possessed.
Wow.
And this is exactly why I don't watch that crap.
Oh yeah. I forgot to tell you.
I know there was one that there was this kid. his parents had gone out to the store, and so they left him by himself, and all of a sudden he hears his name being called out by his mom.
Oh, a mimic.
Yeah, he was like, Mom, where are you? Where are you? And then for some reason the attic door was open, and he was like, come over here, up here. And he was like, but at the same time he was like, what? He was like, my mom just left. Like, it can't be my mom, Mm-hmm. Like he had like common sense, and moral of the story, he didn't go up there because he had sense.
People say that you're not supposed to like talk or respond to a mimic, but people are actually dumb enough to like actually respond to them.
Yeah.
And like open.
Yeah,
the door.
your uncle responded to one.
Like mimics.
Hell no! I didn't respond. I just went like this.
The mimics, they bang on the doors, and then they have like the people that the mimic is haunting. They have the audacity to like open the door, and they don't see nothing.
Really?
And like I feel like now that you open the door, you let the spirit into where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, that's why also there's this thing where they say that if you hear like someone knocks on your door or something and then there's nobody there, don't open the door.
No, and that, and don't ever say, "Hey, come in," like a plane,
Yeah.
because they're just looking like
For
literally
like any
for
invitation. Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
There's a rule in a mountain where people live. It's like if you
The
hear
Appalachian?
something, no, yeah, it's like rules like that. Oh,
There's what is that?
Today-
Go ahead.
I was listening to scary stories, and the shower curtain in my bathroom, it like fell. But the only reason that the shower curtain can fall off is if like you
Pull it.
like actually like forcefully push it. Really? And like everything came off the shower curtain. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, maybe shouldn't be watching that stuff. Nah,
Maybe your
I know.
mom's right.
I know there was a story. They actually have a YouTube channel. They went to the St. Mary or something like that, the most haunted ship.
Oh yeah.
And so they went to conduct an investigation, and literally they were just asking ghosts and everything, and they were like, you know what, nothing's happening, and they're saying like this is the most haunted ship, like nothing's happening, it must all be fake. So he said that they literally turned off the cameras, and he said that they were skeptics. He we went in there with skepticism, but that's the day that our crew started to believe that there was something supernatural, because he said that they were like, you know what, nothing's happening, let's get out of here.
What's What's skeptics? What's
That they don't believe in it. They don't believe in it.
They just don't believe.
So they turned off all their equipment, and it was them by themselves, because they had already asked for permission. So it was only them by themselves. So they so as soon as they turn off their equipment, he said that they hear like just knocking. So they were like, you know what, let's start let's try to communicate with the spirit. So they started asking them questions.
Why?
Knock once, knock twice, yes or no and shit,
And that's where they fucked up.
So he said that they started asking him questions and shit, and he said that all of a sudden they heard a big bang like outside the room they were at, and one of them went to go find out what it was, because he still kind of didn't believe it. And
This is all at the St. Mary.
See, yeah.
Okay.
So they went out there, and it was like the spirit didn't want them to leave, because he said that the ship literally started shaking. And
Didn't want them to leave.
yeah, the spirit didn't want them to leave the room, because it literally started shaking. And so he said that as soon as they went back, that everything stopped, and so they started still questioning them, the spirit. They still started questioning the spirit. So the final question that made them leave was whenever they asked the spirit, "Is there a heaven?" And he said, he knocked and he said that no, there's not a heaven.
I know.
And then the two other guys from their crew, they immediately got up and he was like, we need to leave, like now. So they left, and whenever they got outside, and they were like, well, why did y'all want us to leave? Like why why the rush? And they were church people, and he was like, it's because it says it in the Bible or something like that. It says in the Bible, as soon as a spirit says that there's no heaven, you're talking to the devil.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Wasn't the devil like an angel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time where you guys have not believed in ghosts or spirits, or like have you have been skeptical?
No,
And if
actually, I have
so,
been skeptical. I have.
Well, what made you believe in spirits? What made you believe in paranormal things? What made you start believing?
Because there was instances like whenever we heard horses, and there wasn't any horses. Whenever they called us on our phone, it was brand new phones, and the weird story is that I don't want to say it right now, but I mean, conclusion is like we there was this haunted place that everybody went, and as soon as you stepped on a foot, your phone would start ringing.
Yeah.
And we were skeptics. We went there, brand new phones, bro. Like literally had just gotten it the day before.
New phone.
And they started calling us and leaving us voice messages.
Yep.
That's another one, and then a third one. We saw the elf.
Yeah.
Duende. We saw the elf. Again, I had a witness. The horse we had horse. It was me, you, and Adrian, and that was between quite a few people on the when we heard horses. The calling of the phones, we were there. Both of us were there. And then whenever we saw the elf, both of us were there.
You know what the sad thing is? I don't think, well, maybe not sad, but I don't think there's ever been a time in my life where I have not believed in paranormal
Yeah,
stuff.
me either.
Also, you do
Like-
believe?
Oh, absolutely. Since I was little, I've been able to see and feel spirits and things. I think the earliest recollection that I've had was when we lived same house that I was speaking about in Missouri, in Boone County. We lived in this townhome, and one of my first
I didn't know you lived in Missouri.
I did. I
Wow.
lived in Missouri. We had 2 horses. I've told Miguel about this before, but there was a townhome we lived in.
King.
And excuse me, King. There's but in this townhome, I used to have incidents where I would get up in the middle of the night and I would sleepwalk. And my mom, I did it every night, and I would get up and I would turn every light in our house on. And my mom actually took me to the doctor because she kept asking, like, what's wrong with her? Why does she keep doing this? I would climb out of my bed and I would just walk around the house and turn all the lights on. And at one point, the doctor told her, like, don't touch her. Don't wake her up, because you can cause trauma to her by doing that. But she kept asking, like, why does she keep turning these lights on? Why does she keep turning these lights on? And it was because there was a spirit. I was scared. I would get up every night because there was a spirit in my room. And I remember it. I remember it just as pure as day that there was a spirit. And this was upstairs in my room. We had a galley kitchen, and then my room was to the right of that. And I remember blood splatters. I would look up. I remember looking up, and there was blood splatters on the ceiling in the room,
But
right
it was
above
like
my bed.
it was like a vision.
I don't know if it was vision. To me, I didn't see a vision. I saw blood on my ceiling. That's what I remember seeing, it being a kid. I remember in that same house, we had a basement. And to the left of the galley kitchen, there were stairs that would go downstairs. And in the basement, we had a couch on the wall, and then to the left of it, there was like a love seat. And we used to have my mom, this was her first marriage, and he had 2 stepkids, and they would come over and we would all sleep down there in pallets together. And I remember on the couch one night, I was asleep, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and everybody else was sleeping, but there was a bright figure sitting on the left hand of the couch, and it was just sitting there. It wouldn't move. Like I kept talking to it, and it didn't like flex or anything like that, but it was in the shape of a person, and it was just like a bright white figure. And couldn't have been more than like 4, but I remember going and sitting next to it and like touching it. Like I remember this stuff, like it's like clear in my mind, like literally, like it's like a memory, like something I remember from yesterday. But I remember going, sitting next to it and touching it, and I remember like feeling it and things like that. So
Bright light, I could see why.
yeah,
Attracted to it. You know?
yeah, as a kid.
What is that?
And they say that kids ghosts
Tend to attach themselves.
no ghosts show more to kids because it's like they're more open to stuff.
And
Yeah.
dogs too.
My
Dogs
mom
too?
tells me that all the time too. She's like, I remember you being a kid and you come into me all the time. And you would tell me you would see spirits on people, you would see angels, and you would see this and that. And I never believed her, but I remember certain things from like when I was a kid that maybe it's not too far fetched from what she was telling me.
I have questions. I have 2 for you and 1 for you.
Okay, but your grandpa is a pastor, right?
My mom is a pastor. My grandparents are both pastors.
And why did they ever say anything about that?
My grandparents?
Yeah.
No, my grandparents, so in my family, it's not irregular or abnormal for them to, like, my grandparents see spirits. My grandmother sees spirits. Like, that's normal to them. So me telling them that I see angels or something, they would say, yeah, we believe you.
What's up, baby?
For you, I don't know if I can say this,
Go ahead.
but because I don't want anything bad, you know.
Okay, well,
But, like,
just ask.
So for like since everything happens between y'all two, like scary stuff,
Yeah.
y'all don't think there's a spirit like.
No.
And then for you said there is a haunted house.
But check this out. I went from a believer to a skeptic, if you could believe that. Yeah. Mhm.
So
It's like now I'm like, you know what? I was younger back then. I didn't look into it. I would just accept what it was. But now as an adult, I hear something. I'm like, let me go take a look. And I promise you, 10 out of 10 times, oh, that's it. That was it. Lay it out for real.
You know what though? Like,
so that's why I'm saying I turned from a believer to a skeptic. Because if I was younger, I mean, my bad. If this would have happened today, I would have searched left and right, up and down, north and south, or whatever, to find out an explanation. And I think that's why. And actually, as of right now, nothing has happened to me that I can't explain.
Actually, I kind of get that. I'm not saying like now I'm a skeptic because I'm not, but like there is some things now as an adult that like happen, you know, or I hear things and I'll be like, oh, that's just this. And like, I just, you know, to me, it's just, oh, that's that. Or, you know, it got knocked down because like the air or the fan or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
I just ignore it.
Yeah, but if I
I'd just
was
be
like
like, oh.
younger, I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would be all scared and shit.
Yeah, but there definitely is some things I feel like that when I was little, I even now I cannot explain. Like I don't know if I told you guys whenever I was playing hide and seek with our cousin, and she was hiding in a different room, but like at the time there was like a hallway and one end was one room, the other end was another room, and the middle was a restroom. And I was passing by because it was my turn to go find her, and she was in the room to the left. So I had to go from the room to the right past, and I, through my peripheral vision, I saw a shadow of like a little girl in the restroom, and the lights were off and everything. And it looked like she was hiding, and I thought that was our cousin because it had a shirt that she tend to wear. It was like a polka dotted shirt, right? But for some reason, like, I don't know what it was, because, you know, like even now, I don't know why I didn't stop right then and there after I saw that. I just kept going.
That tends to happen a lot.
Yeah.
And then you're like, why didn't I do it?
Yeah.
Why did I not look at it, right?
And I just like, I kept going. I didn't stop. But also, like, while I kept going, it registered in my head that like she's not even wearing that shirt. She's wearing a completely different shirt.
Yeah?
You know?
Wow.
And also because like through my peripheral vision, like I can clearly remember what she was wearing. She was wearing like jeans, like the brown polka dotted shirt and the jeans, and I just could not see her face. Like the face was like dark, just like a shadow. And even now, like I'm getting like goosebumps. But yeah. And then I remember like I kept going to the left room to like go and search for her, and then that's when she was like, oh, okay, like yeah, I'm here, you know. And I was just like,
your heart dropped. Heart
yes,
stopped.
yes, actually, and because I was like, you know, I thought I just saw you, but like, I don't know, just something in me, and I will never know what it was, that something in me just didn't want to stop there after I saw that. You know, I just kept going for some reason. And then after that, like, that's when it registered, like, yo, she's not even wearing that, you know?
I think we all have our unexplained mysteries that we want answers to.
Absolutely.
I think I told y'all this before, but like, my grandma, you know how I used to live with her, right?
Yeah.
There was one day she was waking me up for school, but she's always in her room, like cleaning up and getting herself dressed. But I woke up and she's calling me from her room, but I look over here and she's like behind the couch, but I like can't see.
What?
And then
Wow.
and then she
Wow.
but then I hear her call my name, and then she's actually in her room where I can see her.
When you can't see their faces, that means it's a bad spirit. Wow.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? In that apartment that we were living in is when all that paranormal shit was happening.
Yeah.
So I believe that it was a bad spirit.
This episode is definitely interesting. It flew by fast. We're at 41 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it did.
Let's
right?
watch one more video.
Actually,
Watch. I wanted them to see
actually,
that.
I wanted to. I know y'all gotta go, so I will trying to make it quick. I wanted to talk to you guys about other stuff that I was trying to talk to you guys about, but it's gonna take at least 10 minutes. So, but let's watch this one, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be in Spanish, though, right? I think this one is in Spanish.
But
Let me see.
I can't remember, bro. No. It's not.
Because, you know, some people believe when are like little goblins running around, but other ones are like statues and shit. In Mexico, there's even little markets where you could buy some, and basically you give offerings, and you have like some sort of like pact with them. You give them whatever they want, and then they help you out whenever you need, right? But you let me know what the statue does.
Wait, what?
Les piden cosas para su vida. Por ejemplo, a este brother le piden ayúdame a dejar el vicio. Entonces, quiero dejar de fumar, por favor ayúdame. Entonces vienen, dejan cigarros. Quiero dejar de tomar, por favor ayúdame. Le dejas hacer de
Oh my gosh, it blinked.
Yeah, he blinked. And that's Luisito Comunica. That's a big YouTuber. Yeah.
So that has to be a real duende. But at the same time, it looks
These
edited.
legends have been around for a minute. It goes.
Wow.
Did he say it wasn't edited or what?
There was more. That Luisito Comunica. Why would he edit something like that?
I don't know who that is.
He's like a.
No, that was it, bro. That was it.
Okay, he's like a one.
No, that was
I'm not hip to, you know, the legends and stuff like that. I only know about this or have been told about it by King. So y'all have to hit me to it.
Nah, yeah, for real, bro. You need to find that the grandma that could take her skin off. You need to find that story.
Well, I'm
That way
only
we can
remember
react
the
to
story
it.
he told me about
him.
in the
He
apartment
has
that you
44
guys
million
lived in.
subscribers.
Mom.
Yeah. So why would he
So
bullshit?
you
I
said
don't know.
the
No, yeah,
doctor
he's a
said
big YouTuber.
told your mom not to touch you.
Yeah.
Like why?
Because, well, that's
Or
what
like why
doctors
would
tell
it?
everybody.
Or like why
when
would it
you,
traumatize you?
sleepwake. You're not supposed to
You're not
shake
supposed to
them
wake
or
up
wake
like
them
a
up
walking-
because it can traumatize
No,
them.
nothing will happen. Actually, nothing will
Hey,
happen.
Tio, you said
you'll
the
just wake up
voicemails.
confused.
What about the voicemail? Like,
Yeah,
did
but
they
you
say
can hurt
anything?
yourself.
Yeah, they were just saying.
Ah, that's not.
No, yeah, right, bro.
Yeah, like that. Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
you remember David?
And then they would go like, yeah, like the Grudge. Yeah.
Remember David was saying that like whenever Juan passed over his phone to him. Oh, what is that? Whenever Juan you know, passed down the phone to David, that he was going through like the voicemails at night, and that's when he found that one.
Really?
And yeah, and then he got like so scared because he was like, oh shit, you know.
Oh, he might have had it. That's pretty good. Interesting. Any last questions, Amor?
trying to think.
What did you want to talk about what you were talking about?
Nah, we could talk to that about another day. I know y'all gotta leave. It's already 44 minutes.
Oh, y'all remember that?
It's actually a little bit more because remember we stopped like at least a good 3 to 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah. And I still had more stuff to say about the Ouija board and shit like that. I'll have to be on another episode.
I actually had 2 more stories, but yeah, that'll be fun.
Part 2.
Y'all remember how we used to do those bonfires at your really old house?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that one time where we heard a noise? Well, we were in the
heard
back
so
door,
many.
and it was like 3. It was like 3. And we had heard a noise next to the garage, but like we all went out there with like shovels.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. No, actually, that's funny. We were just talking about it. Me and Laura were just talking about that. Yeah.
It was like 4 in the morning.
I don't remember, bro. But one last thing, when talking about bonfires, when we were talking about witches, right? That same day. No, that's another story that I want to say later.
That one day at that
where the door closed.
We're gonna keep a suspense.
Where the door closed.
Yeah.
Well, y'all heard it.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. These are on the next episode, okay? So well, that's just a little teaser for you. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys listening.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
And hopefully we'll have you guys for the next one. Any last words?
No, thank you for listening.
Don't play the Ouija board. Don't play it.
Yes, exactly. Don't play.
That's a good advice right there. Advice. All right.
And don't do dumb stuff. Don't respond to mimics. And
there you go.
The door.
Yep. Exactly.
I agree.
Just call your mom or something. Call a trusted.
let her be the sacrifice.
Tell it just to the door.
No, yeah, I agree. Good night.
Unless you are the trusted adult.
Yeah, tell it just to the door.
Wherever you are, good night or good morning, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Unfortunately, my siblings gotta leave, so it's 10 o'clock as we're recording this. We only said it was gonna be 20 minutes. It's already 50. All right, but later, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.